52. Look out! 180! Monday! Look out! 180! What's that? 319! Sub. 5 wide. What's that? 319! What's that? 180! What's that? Round 80! Half. Sub. Look out! 180! Half. What is that? 180! What's that? 80! Half 85! What's that? 180! Regular. What's that? 180! Alpha! What's that? 180! We'll go! 180! Get that! 180! Middle. 56! We'll go! 180! We'll go!
Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own.
Ready. Blue lady.
50's the mark. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Chance.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throw left side complete. That's Grant.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of they have a lot of pride in their performance.
Set, hut. Go to base. 29's the mark. I got you.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Ready. Black 25.
49.
All day. Watch it. Even.
On third down, Winston fighting through. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And some good, tough running, but he's still going to be stopped about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads. To fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Bell. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Shift. Hey, tight. 57.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Switch gears. Big air. Hey, home. Out. Hey, wahoo!
Now Allen. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
You draw quarters. Half 85. Watch out. Hey, check.
Allen to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as we grind toward, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 50. Hey, let's get it for person.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Wait. Easy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Monday. Under 10, under 10, 10. Shit. Here we go. That's it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
He's got a man, complete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Back. Flip. 49 to Mike. Follow. Blue Dan. Check safety. Check him. Sunday.
They go play action. Winston. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The 25 need here. This is 3rd down. To throw is Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Calais Campbell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Foster with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go, boys.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On second down now, it's Bell. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Blue lady. White. How you get up ahead?
Working out of the gun, Winston. It's complete to Grant. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, stop. I know he ain't got it.
The first down throw for Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jameis to throw it. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Winston. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And a Buffalo first down.
64, weak.
First and 10.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check, check. Lucky.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long.
Check. Motion. Shift. 56.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
To the air, Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
49. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Following the interception, Winston. A screen to Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Bell. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He's checking Craig. Sonny. Easy. Mike, 49. It's going to be a
Winston from the gun on third down. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Bell. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it's second down.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
I got it. Regular.
On third and long, it's Allen. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he's got...
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
Middle. Here we go. Hey, tight. Kill.
Allen now looks to throw. Open man, here's Foster. 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up?
Let's go. Bang, bang. Check that.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, stop. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's coming, double up. Flip. 49. Green, triple team. 49.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more. Off the play fake, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Mike's 49. It's our time. That's it. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. You go, night. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike, let's go.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. Full approach here is not really benefiting him at this point.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Winston. Caught here by Bell. And he's but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
March 49. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Winston now from the 50. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And that's caught by Smith. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. Switch, switch, switch. Watch twist. Watch it even. Let's go.
4th down, Winston. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, home. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check 99. Check 99.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Middle. 57's the mic. Here we go, here we go. Watch the edge. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Here we go.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A second down throw for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Flip it. Mike 49. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Short.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Wait. 5-0. Mike 49. Check curls. 49's the mic. Let's convert. Defense, let's go. Check. Crunch.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Safety creep. Alert. Hey, home. Hey, seam 6. 57. Mike, 57. On the ball. 80 weapon. Slam. 57's the mic. 57. Middle. Hey, come on out here.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas, and the Cowboys have added on to their lead. A victory there would mean their 6th on the year. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's all.
And got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Monday. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Middle.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Topper!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Check 24, check 24. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Check nickel now.
On second down, here's Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.